Hello friends, today I'm excited. I got me some South Carolina peaches and I am going to make a peach cobbler. This is going to be the same topping as I did on the strawberry cobbler because it turned out so well. I really liked it. So I'm going to do the same thing with peaches, but we're going to put cardamom and ginger to them instead of just the peaches. All right, so I'm going to actually mix my peaches in the dish that I'm going to bake it in, just to save myself the bowl because it's not necessary to do a different bowl. All right, we're going to put this aside. We'll be grating the zest and using the juice of that lemon, but I've washed my peaches and now I'm going to peel them and just slice, dice, whatever you want, and put them in this bowl. And to that we're going to add some stuff. All right, so I'm just going to start by, you don't necessarily have to peel peaches. This knife's not really doing it either. I got these several days ago and they were really hard and now they're soft, so we're gonna do something with them. Alright, so you're just gonna peel them like so. I'll do one and then I'll do the rest off camera because it's slow. And of course there's a big pit in the center that you won't be able to get it, cut through. Unlike an apple where you can just slice. And I'm sure you know that, but just in case, that's what you have to deal with. So this one almost feels like a nectarine. It's got that slickness to it. Doesn't have the... Alright, so anyway, if you just cut kind of away from the side like that, you'll avoid the pit. Then you can get closer to it as you get some off. So I just cut a little bit of the pit right there. It's starting to get hard. You can feel it. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not easy to bite through or get through, so. Yeah, just cut around the pit until you get it all off of there. Put it in here. I don't care if I have slices or chunks, so I'm just going to get it away from the pit the best I can. Alright, we're going to do that with the rest of these. You're going to need a total of about, I don't know, a couple pounds, but this is how many came in my bag, so that's how many I'm using, which ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using 8, and I think my husband ate 1, so I had 9 peaches total. This is going to be 8 peaches for me, and whatever it makes is whatever it makes. Alright, so I really didn't have as much fruit as I was hoping, so I decided to add about a half a cup of blueberries because they weren't in the best of shape either. So I'm going to have a blueberry peach cobbler. To that we're going to add, I'm only adding a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You can add a mix of brown and white, and you can add more if you like. You can use a sugar substitute if you like, but I don't really want too much sugar. Okay, we're going to add, let's see, the ginger. We're going to do 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. I'm going to go a little heavy-handed on that. And the cardamom is a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to add just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. In fact, I might not even put the whole 1/4 teaspoon. I think I only did about 1/8 because I don't want a lot of salt. We're going to add let's see, cornstarch, and that's going to be 2½ teaspoons. We're gonna add the lemon, a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of lemon zest. I just got this. I finally got me a new one. I haven't used it yet. I don't like it nearly as much as my other one because I can't get the stuff out of here very well. But they didn't have the other one anymore because I've had it for a few years. So of course, you know, yeah, I don't really like this, but it's better than nothing. Alright, I'll scrape some more of that out in a few minutes. Doesn't look like it has any seeds, so I'm just going to start squeezing and hope that it don't have any. I'm not seeing any, so I think we're okay. Alright, I think that's it. Let me take a quick check. Yep, that's it for now. Okay, so we're just going to mix this up and let it sit for a few minutes so that that sugar can dissolve. And then we'll come back, and in the meanwhile we'll make our biscuit topping. Just stir this up and switch gears. So now we're going to make our biscuit-like topping. We're going to put 1 cup of flour, just all-purpose. Actually, we like a lot of topping, so I think I'm going to, gosh, I don't know if I should double this or not. I think I'm just going to do another 1/2 cup. So I'm going to kind of not double it, but increase it by 1/2. So 1/4 cup of white sugar. Alright, let's see. So I think I'm not going to increase that by too much. I'm just going to make it a little bit heaping, but not a full another 1/8 of a cup. Okay, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's 1/2. So it's 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. So we're going to add just 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to increase that either. This is 1/2, so I'm just going to do, actually that's all I want. Try not to make that too heavy. And I think I am also going to add both cardamom and ginger to this so that it complements what's inside the cobbler itself. And I think I'm only going to do not a whole lot really. Probably 1/4 on the cardamom and about the same on the ginger. I wonder if I should add a little cinnamon too. I think I will. I think I'll add cinnamon to this just because I like it, and clove. So I'm going to put a quarter teaspoon of clove. And a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Alright, I think that'll be tasty. I'm actually just going to give this a little bit of a pulse, just so that it kind of mixes together. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is, I believe we're going to cut in our butter. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to add the butter until we get coarse crumbs, and then we're going to add heavy cream to it. So the butter was 4 tablespoons, so I think I should add 6 now. So if you don't have a food processor or you don't feel like using it, then you can just use a pastry cutter to blend it in, or a fork. or put on some gloves and use your fingers to kind of crumble it up. But if you do that, just cut it as small as you can get it to begin with, so that you don't have big chunks to have to mix up. You know, the smaller the easier, you know. Make your life easier, not harder. Alright, so in case you can't see it, all I did was just cube it up like that, see? Okay. So the smaller you can make it if you have to do it by hand, or even with the machine, it's just, I think it works better to make it small. So you can grate it if you want, and this butter needs to be cold. See the little pea-sized looking balls in there? That's your coarse crumbs, okay? Alright, I'm just going to leave that alone. That's fine the way it is. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, I'm not going to drizzle it in the top because I don't have a spout on this, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this 1/4 cup measuring cup that I've already been using and fill it up twice for this. Just going to do like that. Remember, you're not making a batter, you're only making a crumb topping, okay? So you don't want to add too much liquid. That's why I didn't, the recipe only calls for the 1/2 cup of cream, but I didn't want to increase that because I really don't want it to be runny. And if you pulse too much, you're going to end up with a dough ball. You want it to stay crumbly. I think I'm actually going to stop there. Use this to sort of mix it. Even that's a little wetter than I would like, but it's just following the recipe. Alright, it's turned out really good on the strawberry one. So I'm going to move this a little bit so I can get my peaches out. Your oven should be preheated to 350. No space. Give your peaches another stir. It's okay if I use this. Make sure everything's mixed up good, soaked in right. Okay, and now we're just going to dollop this on top. It's kind of a off-putting color just because I added the spices to it. That's why it's not so white, but I think those spices will be good on there. So if you have clumps like I have, just plop them on there. It's going to be fine. And then the little bits, you can just, wherever you see a little naked spot, spread them around. that is it. We're just gonna bake it now for, I think it's at least 30 minutes. Let's see, it's 35 to 40 till it's golden on top and sort of just, you can see the fruit bubbling underneath. See when it's done. All right, friends, it is done. It's not burnt. See, it's still soft. That is the spices that I put on it. That's why it has that look. So. See, your crumb is done. Now I've got some cherry cheesecake ice cream that I am about to put on top of that. Blueberry peach cobbler. Yum. Daddy, eat.
On my way.